What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and we are doing another silver breakdown, a revisit of an area we have covered in the past. It hasn't been recently, and this will be the first one of the new 2021 updates to a lot of zones. Obviously, it's first being released in 2020, but it's going to be the 2021 series that we're starting at any rate towards the end of the year here. So this is Ronaros Forest, and basics first. If you're unfamiliar with where it is, we can take a look at the map. You see it is just to the north of Grana, and then over just a little bit there. It's Tooth Fairy Forest is the node along with it. So if you want to juice up your node, as you can see, I have a level 10 node there. That is the one that you want to go ahead and pump up with it. Now, as far as the items that drop here, the most sought after, at least at the moment, seems to be the potion. As you can see in the list there, you can get the potion piece for this, that along with the Blood Wolves piece, HP piece, and Shuriken piece get you the infinite HP pot along with a few other materials. And also the reason why I'm grinding this does drop Lemuria gloves. There are other Lemuria pieces that can drop, since you do have the poacher that can spawn here. You also have the Afwar grave robber that can spawn here. Guardian spirit stones, you'll see in the spreadsheet. I didn't actually even put these into the spreadsheet with these, although they do sell nowadays over time. I actually was just grinding them down to just pay for my Vel's Heart recharge, so I didn't bother putting a cost in for those. The Forest Ronos ring is essentially worth on an average 3/15 of a crescent ring. And why I say that is you want to melt these down to Yona fragments. It'll give you between 2 and 4, so an average of 3 Yona fragments along with it. And of course, 15 Yona fragments can then be created into a crescent ring as well. So these were valued there at 3 Yona fragments on average. Then we had the voodoo dolls, put those in at base price. Forest spheres were at 20 mil while doing this. The breaths sell out at max price, no problem. Earth shards are currently up a bit. Kragdala stone is as well. Those are at 8 mil. The rumbling earth shards were, I don't know, 100 or 200,000, something along those lines. You got stone fragments, of course, Caphras and dust, which this place actually drops quite a bit. And I did see a few Spectre's energy as well, which you'll see in the sheets coming up here. So let's go ahead and take a look over those. Before we do that, I just want to cover some of the buffs. The big thing here, I know you're seeing that number in the title for this, is very large for Ronos. That is because I was doing this place grinding for the HP potion piece, and during that time we had the 50% drop rate bonus. So the just the world drop rate that's on it is 150% of normal, so keep that in mind with it. It is similar to Arsha, but these results are going to be a bit higher than Arsha because you're going to have constant PvP, whereas grinding this rotation I was completely uninterrupted for as long as I wanted to be without any issue whatsoever. So get a bit of an advantage there as well. I did have they gave out some GM's blessings as well, so a little bit of a boost there. And then of course running blue or green loot scrolls at any time. I typically prefer to go ahead and melt down the blues into greens, but at some points I knew I was going to be in for a longer session and just went ahead and ran the blues. And of course, no Agris Fever used along with this. It is a level 10 node. I do have a item drop rate pet, the fox for that. My ecology is a 12% bonus as well, so that should cover any other disparities as far as that goes. But this number again is going to be Arsha server or drop rate event only to hit it quite that high, as you'll see. So now let's head over and take a look at these spreadsheets. All right, so first up, I have not got this potion piece yet. It is my last one of them, so I plan to do many more hours. It is currently mapped out for that. It took me 72.5 of Blood Wolves and 17.5 for the Shuriken piece. And as you can see, we did 25 hours so far at Ronaros, all with the drop bonus. As far as things that stand out here, trash is definitely 9k obtainable or higher if you're not streaming while doing it, which I was. So you'll see some upper 7s to mid 8.5 or so. That's definitely a range that you can be. Along with those, Lemurias are about what you expect. These are min price going to sell. I saw 3 Kragdala Origin Stone throughout the entirety of it, 2 Spectre Energy throughout the entirety of it. Forest Furies came out to exactly 1 per hour on average, which was pretty incredible because these things selling at 20 mil is awesome. Those drop rate buffs are definitely helping. Voodoo is lower than I anticipated, to be quite honest with you. These breaths being 2.5 mil makes quite a bit of money. I have a solid stack of, I don't remember, 7 to 10 or something crescent rings just chilling that I'll definitely enhance and blow up thanks to the number of rings that were there. Very nice Caphras, a complete peak of 23 Caphras at best and 8 at worst. Dust along the same lines, very good. 34 at best, and I think 14 at worst. There, so really consistent as far as those coming in. Blackstones, it's definitely not a Blackstone place for that. So that gave us our average at 171.7, so about 172 mil per hour on that. Again, this does have a 50% drop rate bonus similar to the Arsha server. Keep that in mind. Just want to reiterate that. As far as the hours individually for it, it was 125. 124.92 was our worst hour coming through this, and our absolute best was actually in a string of very good hours at 296, almost topping 300 mil in that hour. That one just happened to be 3 rings dropped, 4 Forest Furies alongside with it, and that was the 36 dust hour with 17 Caphras. It was just good RNG, really solid hour to bring it up really high for us, even without putting in 30 mil number for a Spectre there. It's really, really nice hour, and that just so happened to be like a really good string between this 195 all the way up to a 209 here. Was just pretty good RNG, and then it tapered off kind of not so great from there, the way it kind of started further on, 126 up, further up. So that's what we got for it. Kind of nice to visit it again, especially at a higher AP, since the mobs obviously get one shot or nearly one shot if you're hitting all of them in the same grouping. So definitely a different experience from when I visited Ronaros before. I don't even recall how long ago, well over a year ago for that video. Bit of a refresher. Obviously, world drop increase does help. And, you know, loot scrolls along with a little bit of GM's blessing. It's not a huge buff. Kama Silva blessing running as well does get that. So your mileage is going to vary on that. You're not going to expect to do this all the time without that bonus drop rate on it. Hopefully I'm going to see this third potion piece drop before the end of this, but thought I'd share with you guys since I was logging the hours anyhow, a bit of an update, and kind of continue to do this as we move into the new year and some of the old places that end up grinding for other things as well. I do have some data for Blood Wolves, including Potion Piece and Shirkan as well, so we'll kind of move through the series and post those up as we get through them. That's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos do go live, including these silver breakdowns. And if you want to catch me playing live, which I do grind these hours, I think every single one of these hours except for 2 of them, I do them live on stream, so if you want to check that out, it's they're linked to my Twitch pages in the description below. You can jump on over there, drop a follow, see what I'm grinding that week and what we're working on if you want to come check it out. With that said, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.